Hello, the Ramban. Not Ramban, the Ramban. So, we are interviewing you for my article in Chavruta magazine. So, Ramban, you lived in Spain, so tell me a little about your life.
Well, so I was born in 1194, and I grew up most of my life in Spain. I was a physician, a Talmud scholar, a lot of that kind of stuff. Since I'm a Sephardi, I was really involved in the culture, not only in Judaic stuff. And people might think that I am Sephardi or maybe Ashkenaz. And
So let me interrupt you at that point. There have been talk that you have been like a sort of hybrid between the Ashkenazi culture and the Sephardi culture based on your location and a number of other things. Can you go in a little more in depth about how that works?
Yeah, so what happened was I always lived in Spain, so that's why people consider me Sephardi. But then Christians came into Spain and they conquered, and then the Muslims were no longer in control. So people might think since the Christians were the one controlling us, then maybe I'd be considered an Ashkenaz. But truthfully, I was always born in Spain and I lived in Spain, so I am Sephardi.
One of your more famous works on the Chumash, the Chidushei HaRamban, that's been said to be one of the more significant topics in all of Chumash. Can you tell me a little bit how that works and what it includes?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a Tosefet approach where I use things from different places and try to really explain what's going on, not just that approach where I just explain and give a little understanding. I really try to capture all different ideas to really explain the concept that's going on.
Another one of your more famous works, the Hashagot HaRamban, that also has been said to be a very learned piece of scholarly books. That also is important too, or is that?
Yes, it's also same as.
Can you go into a little detail about what that book entails?
So talking about kind of the mitzvot that I thought really did include in the 613 mitzvot, such things as living and settling in the land of Israel, and I really think it should be included, even though it's not. So I really talked about those important things.
So back to the Israel part. You've been described as one of the earliest Zionists, and can you explain how you got that name?
Yes, I mean, I always thought that as Jewish people, it's our jobs to live in Israel, and that we aren't really a Jewish nation if we're not living in Israel. And I think that it's our I myself made Aliyah because after the Crusades, I realized that there was no really safe place for me to grow up except Israel, because that's the land that Hashem promised us.
You had a debate or disputation, if you will, in Barcelona with one of the higher ups in the Christian world. Can you remind me who that was and tell me how that went?
I had a debate with Pablo Cristiani. He was a converted Jew before King James I in Spain. So we had different views about Christianity and how he pictured it, and really my view of it. It wasn't really that much. It just our different views, pretty much.
Since you live such a scholarly and religious life, how do you balance that with making a living and just living your life? What do you do for a living?
Yeah, so like I said before, I'm a physician. I do many other things besides Jewish scholars, and for Jewish scholars, I really focus on different things, and for medicine also, I focus on different things, make a living, really just try to live a little life.
So back to focusing on different things, you also were a contributor to philosophy.
Yes.
How is that included?
So I really focus my ideas and on my commentaries on the idea of free will and the divine providence that we have. That Hashem gave us the free will to do what we can do in life, and that's how we're supposed to live.
And then that connects to your Kabbalah parts.
Yes.
How exactly? I'm not 100% sure yet.
Because I talk about how really we have to focus on free will, and that.
All right, fine. And sorry, I should have touched on this before. Back to the Israel part. How is Israel significant to you in your life also?
I think also it's really just a place that we're supposed to live as Jewish people, and really grow up there and really worship Hashem and really do the best we can to be that nation.
That's definitely a great answer and a lot of information. There's one last question: are there any other writings that you have that you might want to talk about, or other famous things?
Yes, I do some commentaries on the Talmud, Jewish law, philosophy, like I said before, Kabbalah, many different aspects of the Jewish culture I comment on, give my opinion, really help people get through their daily lives.
All right, thank you.